So I thought I'd do a quick checklist of what I do to get the boat ready to sail. So my boat, I actually keep the shrouds connected at the back, and I only that allows me to sort of move the mast down and tuck the mast into the boat, and these can still be connected. I also keep all the sheets connected. If I'm just sailing, there's no need to remove anything. So the first thing I'll do is I'll get the mast up, and then you need to check all the cables up there are in alignment. You don't want, you know, your main sheet and your jib sheet to get tangled around things. So that looks pretty neat up there. And then the next thing I'll do is I'll tie my front shroud here and make it nice and tight, so you can hear, you could literally play a little dumb note on it. Then what I like to do is just hoist the jib, get all the these clips connected up, and then hoist the jib up, but just leave it, make sure the jib sheets are in the right place, not under and over the sheets, and you can leave the jib just flapping in the wind there, it won't alter anything. The next thing I'll do is I'll put the mast in. So again, the mast I just take out of here and I lift it up, pop it in here, making sure the mast is the right way. So you need this little block on the top for the kicker to hold on to, and then what you've got to be careful of, just make sure you don't twist it too much, otherwise you'll twist the sail as the gaff goes up. And that's the next thing I'll do, is with the main sheet I'll hoist the gaff up, make sure it goes nice and tight up to the top of the mast. Prior to doing that, if you want to, you will obviously need to inflate your capsize anti-turtle device, and then make sure before you hoist and get this mainsail right up, just give your sorry, this is your main sheet, I meant to say that's actually your gaff halyard. Just make sure your main sheet isn't stuck on anything, especially in higher wind. If the, you know, if the sail catches a bit of wind, then even on its trolley it can, you know, cause problems. So just be careful nothing's sort of catching. The next thing I'll do then is I'll put the Daggerboard in, make sure that the elastic is connected. My elastic's a temporary one at the moment, so I have to make sure these are connected back up again. And I also make sure my jib sheets are led back and ready to go. Next thing I'll do is get the rudder on, rudder tiller, and make sure you tie your tiller off, just in case. My tiller seems to sit in there and lock in there really well, because I paid quite a lot of attention to it this season. Just be aware of this boom. You can see there's a little bit of wind even in this little alcove here today, and that boom can swing round and knock you on the head. The next thing I'll do is make sure all of my all four, you can see there's one, you can see in there, there's one in there, there's one that side of the boat and one this side of the boat. The drain plugs for the tanks are done up, otherwise that won't be good. And the next thing you need to do is, I'm doing it from the wrong side here, I'm gonna go around the other side. The next thing I then do is make sure the hang on, let's get that in there, make sure the self bailer is in the closed position, otherwise you put the boat into the water and it starts filling up with water, which is not what we want. Quick check, make sure these little anti-capsize stirrups and ropes are okay. I then just check that my main sheet is the right side of the rudder, which I think it isn't. It should be like this, it should come over the rudder so it's nice and out of the way. Last thing I'll do, make sure I've actually changed my original paddle into a little boat hook, and I've got my new paddle there, and that seems to have been fine through thick and thin, just tied off. And make sure they're all tied off. It might float, I think it does float actually, but you can lose things so easily. And And that is pretty much it, other than making sure the cameras are on, my little phone for my speed and whatnot is on. That's basically the boat ready to sail.